Hello, my loves. Hello. Good morning. Let me see. Hold on. Yep, still morning here. Today, well, first of all, let's do our intro. Get that out of the way. My name is Kim Whiters, and this channel is called Be Youthfully You. Be Youthfully You is all about being the best you that you want to, the best you that you would like to become. This is not about what the current diagnosis is. This is not about what it is that people think you should be doing. It's not about any of that. This is about living life on your terms, your way, and this is about the choices that you make. This is about the accountability that you should have to yourself and yourself first. Again, I am Kim Whiters. Today, I don't really have it's like I kind of have a subject, but I don't have a subject. But I'm trying to kind of start putting myself on a timer. Because y'all, I can get on here and give a good old yap. I'm not going to hold you. But it's also allowing me to get more comfortable with filming. And so I don't have to think about it so hard. Even though I may have a topic that I want to talk about, I still don't want to overthink it as I'm speaking, if that makes sense. Because I will tell you, I'm a Virgo, and by nature, that is my thing. But I also realize that I do this every day. I do it all day long. I talk to people. I talk to people on the fly about topics, and I do just fine. I don't get stumbled up. But it's when I'm talking to y'all out there. It's when I'm talking to y'all that I'm like, okay, I need to make sure that this word is communicated correctly to the girls. So let's just talk about what it is that I've been doing this morning. So in an effort to free myself from clutter, clearly, as you see, I have been working on like room by room by room in my house. And I have realized that I have been stuck a little bit, y'all, in my empty nesting. Kind of, sort of. Them grandbabies had done took over my life in my house. Yeah, they done took over my house. Let me turn this down because I don't want these alerts to be, every 5 minutes, and that's annoying. Because I don't want any distractions. They had done took over my house, y'all. There were little bits of stuff and things all over everywhere. And like my oldest grandbaby is now 21. The youngest one, she is 3, but to her credit, Mimi don't have none of her things here because she lives in Colorado. So I don't have any of her things here. So I got 1 girl, 8 boys. The youngest boys are 5. One of them, he doesn't have anything here, so I have to, just pin that. But the ones between 18 and 5 that I do see, child, the amount of stuff that was still in here. Halloween costumes from last year. All of the toys that come in like the Happy Meal packs and stuff like that, and just different little things that they got when they went trick-or-treating last year. Girl, I even had trick-or-treat candy still down there from last year. Now, that goes to show you that Mimi ain't been on top of things, but I have a bin that I keep like their toys and stuff in and stuff like that I've always done. So therefore, they were just putting the things into the thing, and I just didn't worry about it. I had called the people out. So we have this thing called Green Drop. And it used to be like the kidney foundation or something like that, almost like a Goodwill, that they will come to your house and pick up your things. So if you need some things that you need to get out of your house and you don't feel like going to take it to Goodwill, baby, they will come to the house and pick them up. You can sit them on the front porch, in front of the garage, in front of your door, wherever it is that you want them to come get it from, they will come and get it gladly. And you don't have to worry about it. They also work through the Red Cross, to my understanding. And I'm not trying to pick and choose who, how, whatever, what happens with it. I just know that I needed it out of here. And sometimes, it's not like it was when like I was raising my kids and stuff like that. If you offer somebody something, honey, they were like, girl, when you need me to come get it? Because I'm in the car and I can come on now. Folks is just very different these days. And the next generation, I would just say, is a little reluctant to come and get something if you have it for them. You know, they just be real lackadaisious. I'm sorry, y'all, I was being nosy because the FedEx truck was in the circle. So I'm not even, if I'm not fixing to put it on my Depop, which is where I sell things at. Well, no, I ain't learned how to do the links yet, so I ain't even gonna tell y'all that. But I have a Depop, and it's listed under Be Youthfully You. So if you want to go on there and see what I got what I have on there, because I put my shoes, I put clothes on there, I put everything on there that I'm actually selling. So that's what I've started to do as far as my things go. Now, I have had some things that I have actually literally taken to people where I actually connect with them. I have given things to people like that. And that's because I need it out of here now, like now. And I'm going to see that person anyway. So I've done it like that. But when it comes down to these grandbabies, ma'am, sir, I'm need y'all to, baby. I just took in turn. I went down to our guest room, which has been their room ever since my son moved out. I had a whole chest of drawer full of stuff all the way from when my babies was little, like almost literally infants, because I had little itty bitty footies down there, y'all, like this big. I haven't had a baby, like I said, in 3 years, and she lives in Colorado. So she didn't even get a chance to do all of that. It's been 5 years since I had a little itty bitty one. Why is that stuff still in here, y'all? Why? It ain't like they're going to grow backwards. It's not like they're going to still be able to wear it. When I tell y'all, I took and turned 5 drawers full of things for them into one. I kept a piece or two, like if they happen to be over here, in regards to what age limit it is that's over here, if they need something, because I had like a couple of things that were still my son's that was like in the very bottom drawer. I need all my drawer space, all of it. Y'all seen the Instagram, y'all seen the post. I have my own things. I have to have somewhere to put my things. I don't need to keep buying tins and bins and dressers, and I don't need to buy nothing else. I got somewhere for all my stuff to go. I have somewhere. My stuff all got somewhere to go. Baby, when I tell you I got a big bag for the people to come and get, it looks like their pickup over here in my neighborhood is always on a Friday. I'm with it. I put all of that stuff in a bag, and I didn't even have this on my bingo card for the day, y'all. That's what's so funny. I had other plans. I wanted to come in here. I wanted to film. I'm trying to stay on top of doing my content because this is going to be a life for me. Like being able to sit down and talk with y'all. When we can talk, when we can get us a good old FaceTime in, girl, I really do love this. I do. And I want to get better at it is the thing. But just being able to sit down and talk has been so freeing for me. Like being able to do these, this is like a data dump, if you will. So back to the story. I filled up a whole bag, and it's so sad because it's literally only one bag, y'all, because the pieces are so little. That ain't on nobody but me. That ain't on nobody but me. That's nobody but me. I have low-key, a little bit, like I said, a little empty nest syndrome. Like, I was feeling away. I think I kind of missed my babies being little. Like, I became a mother very young, very young. I had my daughter right out of high school, my oldest daughter. And when I tell you, from raising my children to becoming a grandmother young, and then having to deal with my grandbabies, and always having the things, because again, preparedness is what I do. It's what I do. And after being prepared, so I've been prepared, right? I've been prepared. And now it's like everybody, for the most part, the biggest ones, like what I call the first batch, because I had the first, let's see, there was Kenyon, then there was Braxton, and then I got 2 14-year-olds, a 13-year-old, and then there was a little gap, and then I have like a 8-year-old, His brother's 5. And then, like I said, my other grandson, he's 5. So right now, it's primarily those last 2 brothers, the 8 and the 5-year-old, that are here the most now. But the other ones, they're not here like that unless Mimi and Poppy having something here at the house. I mean, they call us, but they busy. They have lives, and they have people they have to play their games with, and they have to be live. And like, one of them has his own YouTube channel, and just everybody's out here, and they out here just being great, doing their things. And I'm okay with that. I really am. I don't feel a way about that. But I don't have to house all of this stuff. I don't have to house all this stuff. This stuff don't need to be here. It just don't. And it's like I just woke up one day and said, "Oh, honey," it just seemed like there was stuff, little bits of stuff everywhere. And these people aren't even here like that. Like, it's because of the fact that we have kind of gone past that point. Like, that's not where we are anymore. So when they come over here, for the most part, baby, everybody got their devices. Everybody has their devices. They don't even want to play on the pool table and the video games downstairs. They ain't really even trying to do that because they have their games of choice on their phones. So their phones are literally an extension of their video games that they have at home. So they are literally sitting beside each other, playing against each other in this game. Child, I can't. But like, even in retrospect, right now, I'm sitting here thinking, and I remember when we got to a point where we weren't going over my grandmother's house like that anymore. So, and like, she always had a swing set, and she always kept some kind of ball for us at her house and things like that. And this is like, okay, yeah, I remember when we stopped going in granddaddy's house like that. I do. And like I said, it's just part of the circle of life. It's just part of the circle of life. I not realizing, it's like, hey, I'm where my mom was and my grandmother was, Now it's my turn. Now it's my turn, The blessing is to live to get to this point, I have a lot of friends and family even that did not make it to get to even remotely a big age. Like, they left here very young, Some of them had kids, some of them didn't. They never were able to, they didn't make it to that point. So the blessing is to be able to get to this point where I'm actually in this, quote, frustration of all this little stuff, But I'm embracing this phase of life. And like I said, everybody's getting older. Everybody's getting older, and they're doing their things and having their lives, and it's okay. It's not personal. I actually love it here. I do. I love it here. I do miss them from time to time being babies, but babies are work, honey. Let's be clear. Babies are work. And if you've been there already, when you have already been there and you have done that, I had a chance, like I said, anytime I would feel, I miss having the baby, the honey, one of them come around, and like I said, you deal with the this and the whining and the, they hungry, you got to figure out what's wrong with them, and, or do their parents just have them spoiled, or, whatever the case may be, you have to figure it out. And then you say, ooh, child, ooh, thank God I ain't in this place right here no more. And I do. I thank God that I'm past that. At this point, I will be 58 years old next month. And when I tell you that I am grateful of the fact that I am done rearing children, baby, I am so grateful to have had the opportunity to rear children. And then to be an active part in rearing my grandchildren, but not having to do all of the heavy lifting. I have not had to do all the heavy lifting. Like, their mothers, their dad, have definitely been, it's like something in my eye, y'all, have definitely, my kids raised their own kids. You know, I'm literally a filler, you know. Like I always say, I'm no longer in management now when it comes down to raising children. I'm only in consultation only. I'm a contractor. I am a contractor. Because, yeah, Mimi good. Mimi is good on that. I've done it. You know, I've done it. And I've never wanted to be that takeover type, you know, because some parents, you need to bring that baby over here and you need to do this and you need to do that. There may be circumstances where that's called for, and truly I understand it because I've witnessed that in my own family. But I'm thankful that that has not had to be my life, because when you have to do that, it hits different. It hits very different. And there are a lot of grandparents out here raising their grandchildren because they have to, you know. But I thank God that that has not been the case for me. And like I said, they can come over and Mimi can cook for them, and they can do whatever it is they want to do. They can go to the pool, they can go swimming, or if they want to be outside in the front, they can do that, whatever. And they can do that and it's good. And then they can go home with their parents. Won't he do it? So I just really needed to I was just glad to just have that moment of revelation this morning. I really was. And it, like I said, I ain't gonna say it brought a tear to my eye, because it didn't. But I was just thankful to have the realization of, girl, get this stuff out of here. Get this stuff out of here. Pass it on. Somebody else need this stuff. Pass it on. You know, pass it on, because I'm just literally sitting here holding it and just taking up space, you know. Usually what's going on in my life or what's going on in my head is usually a reflection of what's going on around me, like the way my house look. So I'm in that. When I tell you clearing the nest, baby mother is clearing the nest. Me and Poppy are in phase 3, baby, of adulting, of being parents and being grandparents. We're in phase 3. Our house is our house. You know, we don't have to still be baby proof and everything and all of those days are over. Child, I need to make sure that I got Wi-Fi in here now, honey, and plugs and outlets. Cause Mimi, what's the password? You know, well, what is Mimi? Do you have an extra charger? I forgot my charger. You know, so that's like the biggest thing I need to have in here. You know, and it's just kind of funny because, like I said, how the needs have changed. They may eat, they may not. You know, if they decide to take a break while their mother's here, you know, and then they may say, Mimi, do you have, so, you know, I make sure that I got some kind of snacks in here, something they can eat. But my husband is what I call a big snack monster. So there's going to always be some snacks in here. So it was just that this morning, y'all. I just really enjoyed having that revelation. I did. It was fun. It was enlightening. Whew. But when I tell you, it took the weight off. Like it literally, it mentally took off some weight. I done lost about 3 pounds, child. Can you tell, girl? I done lost about 3 pounds a day. Mentally, that mental weight, yeah. Not even realizing that was really kind of what was on me, you know. I'll make these lists. I got this board. Y'all done seen it in a couple of different videos. I will make a list maker forever and ever, amen. But what I'm trying to do more now than anything else is finish my list. Like, stop starting stuff and then end up stopping midpoint, and because I'm in here doing something else, you know. I had to stop that because I wasn't finishing anything, you know, and then that became even more frustrating. So I digress, but it was enlightening. It was an experience I wanted to share. And to any of you other grandmothers out there that are, you know, housing stuff, girl, you looking at clutter. The children ain't even looking at this stuff. Their parents ain't even looking at it. Like, nobody's looking at it. The grandkids ain't even at your house like that no more. It's a possibility that these may be it for the grandkids that you may have. Or even if you do have some more, then you'll get what you need at that point. But honey, take the weight off. Take the weight off. Go on and get that stuff out of there. Get that stuff up out the house. You know, make room for you. Make room for you. I'm sure, I'm almost certain you need that space that is being consumed by something that is doing absolutely nothing. I'm almost certain you need that space. This is one of the reasons why people downsize. It really is. It's one of the reasons why people downsize, because you look up and it's like, okay, I don't even use this, or I don't even use that, or this is over here doing that. And but you just find yourself not even occupying all the space in your house that you're paying for. I've seen folks go from 3, 4, and 5 bedroom houses down to a 1 bedroom, less than 1,000 square feet. And they be like, girl, was the best thing I could have did. I got rid of all that stuff, just stuff. Because you really start looking at what is it that I need. Now, some of them turn around and come back out of there and be like, okay, I need a little bit more space. But in that moment, that was what they needed. That's what they needed in that moment. So it was freeing for them. It allowed them to take the edge off. And if they did go back into something that had a little bit more space, they kind of built it, from where they are in life now, not so much of just hauling around all the stuff. It wasn't that. And it feels good. It feels good. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and wrap this video up, because like I said, I know me, and I will go on and on and on. Clearly, I realize, y'all, I am a big hair baddie. I will say that. I'm a big hair baddie, and I love me some big hair. I do. We're going to give my other hair a break, because she says she need to go on vacation. So I told her I'm going to schedule something for her so she can get up out of here for a little while and just give her a break. But I put my braids back in because we're getting ready to go into August. And if you know how hot it is in Atlanta. Hot, like somebody blowing hot breath on you hot. Yeah, that. So we decided, because what I did was gave my hair a break from the braids before, and I started wearing my other hair. And then I have now gone back from giving that hair a break to now go ahead and just, yeah. So I get these are nothing but crochet braids, y'all, and y'all will probably see them down at some point in time. But for today, because the way my girl, shout out to Yana, the way she do my braid down, baby. Let me tell you something. Last night, I had to just go to bed with the braids down, with the crochets down. I was like, whew, Jesus, Lord. But baby, they in here. Not painful. It's just that my hair hadn't been braided, for a minute. So, but it's wonderful, And so I'm going to leave it up like this for a couple of days so it can kind of start to relax a little bit. Yeah. But your girl is a big hair baddie. Big hair baddie. Join me. If this is who you are, join me, girl. Feel free to join me. We're taking memberships, okay? We are waiving all membership fees right now. So if you need to become a big hair baddie, girl, feel free to join me, okay? We're going to get out of here because, again, like I said, I'll go on and on and on. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, okay? Because we are building a membership. We are building a community over here, girl, of the girls over 50, okay? And if you in your 40s, baby, if you even in your 30s, even in your 20s, with growth and opportunity, you will become who I am. You will be on this journey one day. You will be down here with us. We'll be going on to another journey at that point. But this will become your journey. Okay, but please feel free to join. Please, by all means, you can just sign up, child. Just subscribe to the channel, click the like button, and I don't know if we didn't get the hype shit or whatever, but whatever it is you need to do down there, please do, and leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of the video. Okay, and I'm gonna get out of here, and I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Y'all be blessed and enjoy. I hope you're having a beautiful day wherever you are, and whenever you see this, I'm gonna talk to y'all later.